Chapter 2 Medullas and Mandibles. When Judy walked into class 3T 7 minutes late on the unmumpsy day of Monday, class 3T was dry as a bone, or bones. There were bones everywhere. Mr. Todd had made a new bulletin board, our amazing body from head to toe. It had a tall poster of bones with long scientific names. On the front board, he taped a chart that showed rodent bones. It looked like the inside of a peanut. The dwarf guinea pig in class 3T, and sitting behind Mr. Todd's desk in Mr. Todd's chair, using Mr. Todd's pencil, was a glow-in-the-dark skeleton. Class 3T had turned into a bone museum. Bones were not trippy. Bones were not noisy. Bones were not boring. Bones were dry and quiet and very, very interesting. Things were sure. Looking up for a no mumps. Monday, Judy handed Mr. Todd her late pass. "Sorry I'm late," she said. "I almost had the mumps." "Well, I'm glad you're healthy," said here now. We're starting a new project on the human body from head to toe. "We're going to do some skipping," said Jessica Finch, "and measure our heart rates." "And play Twister," said Rocky, "to learn about muscles." "And sing a song about bones," said Ellison S. "I can't believe you started the human body without me," said Judy. "A person can miss a lot in 7 minutes." "Don't worry, I think you'll catch up," said Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd taught them a funny song that went, "That foot bone's connected to that ankle bone." He read them a book called Frozen Man, the incredible real-life story of a 5,000-year-old mummy. And Class 3T got to turn out the lights and use the glow-in-the-dark skeleton named Bonita to count how many bones were in a human. 206. We'll be learning new words in this unit. The scientific names for bones and body parts come from Latin, so they may sound a little funny. "Like maxilla is your jaw?" asked Judy, looking at the bulletin board. "And so is mandible," said Jessica. Jessica Finch had already learned to spell microbes, a fancy word for germs, as in cookies, and medulla, a fancy word for brain stuff. "Can you spell headache?" Judy asked. Frank Pearl cracked up at that one. Then Mr. Todd passed out owl palettes. They got to poke them with a pencil to find bones, rodent bones. Judy and Frank started at their fuzzy gray lumps. "Double block. Just think this is owl vomit," said Frank. "It's still interesting," said Judy. "Real bones are in there, skulls and stuff." "You poke it," said Frank, so Judy poked it with her grouchy pencil. They found a jawbone, a rib, and a bone Mr. Todd called a femur. They glued each bone onto paper and drew in all the missing bones to make a rodent skeleton that matched the one on the board. "Do any rodent bones have the same names as human bones?" asked Mr. Todd. Judy raised her hand. "Tibia," called out Jessica Finch. "Very good," said Mr. Todd. "That's what I was going to say," said Judy. Jessica Finch was a rat fink like Stick for not raising her hand, a rodent fink. "Now let's talk about your human body projects," said Mr. Todd. "Projects will be due in 2 weeks. You can do your project on bones, muscles, joints, the brain, even toenails, as long as it teaches us something about the human body. Let's start by writing up some ideas in your notebooks. I want to see brainstorming." Judy had a storm in her brain already. Rocky wanted to do 3,000-year-old human body stuffed mummies. What are you thinking of doing? Judy asked Frank. Cloning? I'll be a fiction scientist or a science fictionist. Somebody who clones stuff. Like in Jurassic Park, they used a drop of mosquito blood and made a whole dinosaur. They do it in real life too. Start with one cell, like from your DNA, and make a whole new for you. Double cool. Judy said, I'm going to write a dictionary. Jessica told Judy, with human body words like appendix and patella. That's your knee. Jessica Finch had microbes on the medulla if she thought she could rewrite the dictionary. Judy looked back at her own paper. She chewed her eraser. She chewed her fingernail. She chewed her hair. Judy had a brainwave, real body parts idea. She would call Grandma Lowe to see if she had any good body parts for showing and telling. Something better than scabs. This was the brainiest of all storms. She wrote and called Grandma Lowe so she wouldn't forget. Judy's just sharpened grouchy pencil was still flying when Mr. Todd said, Class, that's enough brainstorming for today. Good, my brain hurts, said Frank. I'm passing out permission slips for our field trip. Field trip? Is it to Screamin' Mummies? Asked Judy. Please, pretty plates with chocolate mud ice cream on top. Max and Kelsey's dad from class 3M worked at the hospital, so we're invited to go with their class to Country General A&E department. We'll learn all about the human body and get to see people who make a difference in accident and emergency. That was even better than Screaming Mummies. Judy Moody dropped her mandible and her grouchy pencil. I was there when I broke my finger, said Frank, waving his crooked pinky. They have a nurse named Ron. I went when my brother stuck a piece of Lego up his nose, said Brett. Can we go see all the new babies? Asked Frank. They're so wrinkly. Well, I'm glad the whole class is enthusiastic, said Mr. Todd. When do we go? When? Everybody asked. Monday, and week from today. Dr. Noisier will be giving us a tour. Dr. Nosehair? Said Rocky, and everybody cracked up. She, Judy Moody, and Class 3T were going to A&E. For real and absolute positive. The blood and guts, real body parts, A&E department. Judy reached down to pick up her grouchy pencil. The tip was broken. Mr. Todd, she said, may I please sharpen my pencil? Remember what we said about sharpening pencils 10 times a day. But, Mr. Todd, said Judy, it's an emergency. What? A pencil emergency. My pencil just broke its spinal cord, said Judy.